Chad, fantastic treasure. Were you impressed by the way that he won first up?
Yeah, very much so. He had a wide gate. We decided to just take him back, drop him in, and he took all the gaps. He did everything right, and he was very strong late. So slightly better draw this time. Still a bit wide, but it is better, and he seems to be working really well. So looking forward to riding him again.
It looks like he's got a nice turn of foot as well, based off that first up win.
Yeah, he showed that the other day, and hopefully he's come on from the run and he can do it again.
And you mentioned before that he took the gaps and did all those sort of things. So is he fairly mentally mature for a horse of his age?
Yeah, he is. A lot of upside, but actually his debut run, that was the first time I sat on a horse. So I didn't really know what to expect, although David Hayes told me he did like him a lot. So yeah, he was impressive, and let's hope he can keep continuing on.
In that race that he won last time out, obviously the wide draw forced your hand tactically, drawn a bit better. Could he be a little bit handier this time, do you think?
Potentially. Obviously the hardest to beat has drawn really well, and we don't want to be too far off him, so we'll have to keep tabs on that.
And looking to the Derby, you've been around the mark in the race before on Singapore Sling, Consul. What are Panfield's hopes this year in your opinion?
I think he's got a good chance. A little bit disappointed with the draw. However, I thought his latest trial leading into the Derby was very good. He gave me a terrific feel, and I think he's a live hope.
And physically, for yourself as well, you've recently come back from a back injury. How are you feeling now heading into the weekend?
I'm good, Ed. I'm fit and healthy, and hoping to get more winners.
Blake, Stoicism, you've ridden him at his last couple of runs. He went around at over 200 to 1 last time out. He ran better than his price suggested he would.
Yeah, it wasn't a surprise to me that he ran a nice race. I thought he ran at Happy Valley prior to that. It was a good run over unsuitable distance, and at his second run in Hong Kong. But in terms of his last run, he ran good. He hit the line well. He still got a little bit lost around the turn, getting on his wrong leg and stuff, but I thought he closed off nicely, and he's trained on well since.
So he's still learning and adjusting to Hong Kong racing then?
He is a bit, but I feel he's getting better with each run, and I think he's certainly up to winning in this class. I'm quietly confident that he can win on the weekend. We just need a few things to go our way, and I'm certain he'll be thereabouts, hopefully in the money somewhere.
And when you look at the format of that last race too, it was won by Tempest Express, but Flagship Glory was second. He's come out and won comfortably since then. Does that give you extra confidence?
It sure does, yes. It was a strong form line, as you say. And I just think with the added experience of that run, Flagship Glory come underneath me around the turn when my horse was just trying to get around the turn. He was not handling it that well, and once he got balanced, he closed off well. So I think with that experience, and if he can do things better on the weekend, I don't think it's as strong as race this weekend. Better draw, things look well for him.
Joe, COURIER Wonder, that was a pretty special debut win from him, wasn't it?
Yeah, very impressive. Not just special, but very impressive as well. He bolted, he won very, very easy, and I think even if he's up in class now, he just needs to repeat what he's done first day. So it is such an exciting horse to be dealing with.
John Size has spoken in the press since then about how he made the decision to back off him after that run in October. We obviously haven't seen him at the races since then. You've ridden him in 3 of his trials leading into this race. How do you feel he's come back?
I think he's coming back as good as anybody else would wish, except the opponents. What John done to him to just put him away and give him some extra time was such a John Size's style, Size thinks. And I think that is a great benefit to the horse himself. He has improved, no doubts about it. He's got better idea of what his job is, and he's been doing extremely well on his track work and also on his trials. So I myself, I couldn't be any happier than way how he's going, and I'm quite confident about him.
John, 3 runners in this year's Derby. Let's start off with Excellent Proposal, barrier number 8. What's your take on that for him?
Yeah, I mean, that's the middle of the field, but I think from there he'll probably go to his normal position. He'll go back a little bit, worse in midfield, and hopefully he can get closer to the inside from there. And he should get a reasonable run, I'm hoping, from that draw.
How's he done since the Classic Cup, John?
He seems in pretty good shape. He's done well at home. He's sound and he's healthy. He's done well, and his trial was quite normal for him. He looked good, so I think he's in good shape.
Lucky Express, was he unlucky in the Classic Cup, did you feel, John?
He looked like he had a beautiful run around to the top of the straight, and then he was held up sort of for some time in the run home. So we didn't sort of get a good look at him that day, but it's hard to tell exactly where he would have finished. But it'd be fair to say it probably could have finished a little bit closer.
Only win has been over 1,200 metres, but he's raced pretty consistently all the way through this campaign, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, I think he's had 3 runs at a mile and 1 at 1,800, and he's still on track. He's in good shape, but the racing doesn't seem to have harmed him. He looks good, and he's in good order. He's still happy to train, so we'll go to the races and see if he can have some luck.
Silver Express, he surprised you just how quickly he's come to hand, John?
Well, he's sort of like 1 run short. I would have been lucky it would have been nice to have another run with him, but that didn't come, and he was a little bit wavered at his first two starts, particularly second start, and then he put it all together when he had his 3rd run. But he certainly showed good ability the day 1, and it's going to be very interesting to see sort of where he goes in life, even in this race and thereafter.
And from gate 1, he led throughout last time out. Do you feel that he'll be able to do not too much work and be up on the speed and making his own luck in running?
Yeah, he should be able to be up. He'll be up on the pace anyway, no matter where he drew, and he might get around the first bend doing a little bit less work because of that gate. So that'll help him save some energy for the finish.
Zach, the Derby's coming up on Sunday. You've won it before on Luga. Can Shadow Hero give you another Derby win?
Well, I hope so. It's a fairly even race. I think the barriers have probably played into the favoured runners' hands a little bit. But I still think there's half a dozen winning chances in it.
Are you happy with barrier 7 for your horse?
I think it's okay. I would have liked to have drawn inside a couple of those horses that have drawn inside me, but you know, like every time we get to the 2,000 metre start, you just need that little bit of luck going into the first corner, and you know, hopefully we can get that and just find ourselves in a nice spot.
He put his best run to date here in Hong Kong in the Classic Cup. Is he coming into the Derby in the right sort of form?
He's probably coming into the Derby in his best form. You know, whether that's going to be good enough to win it, obviously we'll find out. We'll see how the track is racing on the day, but he had every favour last time. He had a beautiful run, and obviously there was a lot of runners that went over the line together. Like I said, there's nothing between a number of horses here.
And the subsequent trial, what was your take on that?
Thought it was okay. He doesn't do anything unless you ask him to do it. He just floated along, ticked over nicely. So I think he's, like you said, I think he's in his best form so far, and let's hope that's good enough.
Fantastic Wade, Joe. We spoke leading into that last race. It wasn't easy. He was up in class. He had a wide draw, and as it turned out, he had to cover a bit of ground that day, but he still was able to win. That was pretty good.
Yeah, look. He won very impressively the first day out. He went up in class and he repeated again. You know, so he's proven already that he's got quality and ability himself. He's a decent horse, and I can also put him there as one of those exciting horses. You know. He's got plenty to give still, and I think we're not even halfway through of what he's going to give to us.
Should he win again on Sunday?
I believe so.